Oh, good day, fine folk. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well today. We're here for another day of fun facts with Rich. No, just what's happening. So every week I come, I share some thoughts as it relates to aging, things that we see, things that we hear. Uh, this is a non political, non confrontational chat. If you're offended, turn it off, go away. We're just chatting, just like friends chat. I don't agree with all my friends, but we're still friends. So, if you're like me or you're in denial, most people have a lot of little pet peeves. And one of my pet peeves are people who just can't seem to look at the possibility that they may be wrong. Which brings me to today's conversation of dialogue over division. Oh, division. Yeah, I forgot my marker today because I was going to come over here and circle division and make it red. I'm a little annoyed by this word because it's everywhere. Division, division. And it really makes me a little edgy, sensitive. We have really lost the ability to dialogue. In dialogue, again, I like using words that normally we don't use in our conversation every day. Hey, how about you and me? Let's have a dialogue. Now we talk, we have a chat. We have really lost the ability to have a true dialogue, and a dialogue is back and forth, talking, debating, respecting one another. But no, we'd rather just be divided. Divided. It just really annoys me. This division is all about splitting, taking sides. Who's right? Who's wrong? Are you black? Are you white? Are you blue? Are you red? Are you young? Are you old? It's all about separating us. Years ago, there was so much focus on diversity. And I'm not just talking culture, but just diversity and accepting people's differences. The reality is, I think we spend too much time on that. So, what's the opposite of diversity? How about unity? What makes us alike? We can respect each other's diversity, but what makes us common? And when we start separating everything, it becomes so segmented instead of what makes us the same. When you make a stew or a soup, you throw a lot of things in there and it comes out an awesome soup. It's still a carrot, it's still a tomato. I get they're diverse vegetables, but together it's a beautiful stew. We have the potential for a beautiful stew in our city, in our county, in our state, in our country. But there are just some people who are so focused on dividing people. Ah. So today's song, and when it first came out, now it's been a while since it's been out, but a singer by the name of Medusa, and she sings "We All Bleed the Same." I love that song because ultimately we do. And if you're any kind of person of faith, then you already know we are all the same. But our eyes tell us we're not. And it is a taught, learned behavior. my children, and we have mixed people. They don't see they can see the obvious in front of them that somebody is different from them, but they see beyond that, and we have to be so aware of the constant barrage of division everywhere. And I've talked about this before for our older adults. Oh, there's huge division all the time, all the time. There's ageism. We've talked about ageism. We've talked about, young and old always clashing. And, I'm wiser, I'm older, well, I'm younger, I'm smarter, and nonstop. Nonstop. We're not listening. We're not dialoguing. We're not saying, well, explain to me your point of view. That's an interesting point of view. I don't agree with it, but here's why I don't. And at the end, let's go have a beer. Okay. Ooh, no alcohol. Ooh. Yeah, really. Okay. Um, we don't do that. At the end of the day, we're divided. We go back to the corners. Life has become, we talked about words and chapters in life. This is also, life is becoming like a boxing match. We beat the heck out of each other and then go back to our corners. Instead of boxing, let's take off the gloves. Let's dialogue. All right, hey, let's take a break. That's fine. I still respect you. I still love you. It just it just annoys me because I see so much good and love in our world. And our world is as big as we want it to be, and right now it's just right here in Pitt County. But then the rest of the world creeps and seeps and drips, and you're surrounded here by love and affection and accepting people just the way they are, and then you go home and you read the news or watch TV or go on to social media, and the anger and the hatred, and they said, she said, and my cause is better than your cause, I hate your cause. Well, oh, it's just a little cray-cray out there in the world. So today's word is really about understanding what it means to dialogue. Let's talk over being divided. We're not going to agree. We're not going to understand. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. I'm a man. I don't understand what it's like to be. I don't know. But I want to understand. And there's some people who just don't want to understand. I thought we were smarter than that. I think we are. We've got the dialogue. We've got to talk to one another. We've got to understand. There's so much facade. Facade is the face we want everyone to see. A little Botox, a little hair coloring, a little tuck. We are who we are. We try to be things we're not. And, oh, my point is way better than your point. And it's just the ongoing ugliness. There's just no compromise. There's no ability to understand. And, one of the things people always say, well, that's a win-win situation. It's not about winning. It's about doing what's right. And we've lost that ability as well of what's right because we have to be fair. Well, life isn't always fair. We just have to do the right thing, and sometimes doing the right thing is not fair to one person, but it is the right thing. So when you're dividing and standing on your cause, that's great. But how about being respectful and understanding to the people who aren't like you and I, who have a different cause, who have a different belief, who have different morals, different ethics? It is a very unique world. But the reality is, at the end of the day, we all put our pants on the same. We're going to die the same. We breathe the same air. We eat a lot of the same foods. There's so much that makes us the same instead of divided. So maybe instead of division, let's look at multiplication. Let's start multiplying. No, not like bunnies, but multiplying goodwill to all men and women. Let's start today dialoguing with one another on what do we have in common. I bet you we have a lot in common. So, this has just been Rich, plain Rich, saying peace, and I mean really peace